I'm Nissa, and welcome to Fanart Friday, a series where I draw fanart for comics, anime, games, or any other media that I love. This week, I'm drawing fanart for an Otome visual novel called Bandcamp Boyfriend, where, no surprise here, you get a boyfriend at Bandcamp. The title's kind of self-explanatory. I wanted to draw them chilling at a picnic because they deserve a break after everything they went through. I could see this being an actual scene in the game. You go to a picnic during lunch, sneak away into the woods somehow, and just have a fun time talking with your favorite characters. I need to see these absolute rays of sunshine having a fun time. And with each drawing I do in Fanart Friday, I also want to focus on some key concepts in order to level up my art. This is one of the first full illustrations I've done in a while, where I have to take into account lighting, background, shading of multiple characters. It's just a lot. I also wanted to focus on sitting poses, because that's not something I draw often, so I want to refine them by drawing 4 characters sitting. This is gonna be a lot. I also wanted to do a forest background because it's not something I often do, and it's been challenging for me in the past whenever I've had to draw it, so I figured I'd try and improve it. By the way, if you're interested in these characters or this story, I have a full playthrough of Doug's Route up on my YouTube channel, and I plan to play more of this game on stream, so please enjoy the art. So, what even is Bandcamp Boyfriend? It's an Otome visual novel by Lovebird Games about trying to survive Bandcamp. You play as Cadence, the drum major, or student leader, of Blue Mountain Marching Band, but your band is suffering. Students are dropping out, competition scores and morale are at rock bottom, and the high school doesn't even give the music program any respect. And it's your job to turn things around, alongside the brand new band director, Mr. Wiley. Getting a high school band into competition shape is no easy task. That's why they're spending 2 weeks at Camp Bear Paw to perfect their field show. It's a summer camp in the middle of the woods, with an electric fence surrounding it and nobody else around, which means there's nobody to hear you scream. Yay! It's the perfect place to make summer memories, get to know some new friends, and maybe even find some love in between practices. There are 7 dateable characters, each with their own personalities, quirks, and fun stories you get to explore. When I played this game on stream, I saw the full cast of dateable characters and I immediately went for Doug, the 17-time Dumbest Man Alive award winner himself. He's big-hearted, sweet, and hugging him was like hugging an oak tree. He plays the biggest bass drum, partially because he's good at it and because he's the only one who can. I mean, just look at those shoulders. In his route, you get to meet the rest of the drumline, including Aaron, the section leader, and Drum and Drummer, the Dumb and Dumber comic relief characters, as if Doug wasn't already enough of a comic relief. He's painfully oblivious, reckless, and oh my god, why did you send the bass drum rolling down the hill? Anyways, but for as many funny scenes as there are, I also really liked the emotional moments. You end up getting to know him really well, whether it's spending a night by the lake or sharing a sundae in the cafeteria. Between the silly pet names he has for Cadence, the dumb moments that make you laugh and facepalm at the same time, and the final scenes of the game if you get his good ending, I'm really glad I picked him first. I'm also really looking forward to the other characters' routes too. My Discord members voted for me to play Tom's route next, so that should be interesting. Tom is a jokester and a gamer, and he plays the trombone. He looks like a lot of fun to be around and be friends with, and if I could have, I definitely would have included him in this picnic drawing. I'm also really interested in playing through Garth, Samuel, and Poptart's routes on stream as well. Garth is the band president and leader of the Color Guard. He's a gentleman, overachiever, and he's trying to learn French. Why? We'll probably find out soon. He went home sick in the middle of band camp in Doug's route, so maybe dating him will prevent him from getting sick, or maybe he didn't get sick at all, who knows. Samuel is a saxophonist, and the ultimate introvert. Sometimes, when you're not paying attention, he's barely even there. He's cool, quiet, laid back, and loves music above all else. I think I'd get along with him well if I knew him in real life. And then Poptart is, well, he's Poptart. He was nicknamed for his love of sweets, and nobody knows what his real name is anymore. He's soft-spoken, forgets his music often, and he gives you desserts. I want to head pat him so bad. But above all else, he is definitely hiding something. I am so excited to finally try and play his route. And potentially find out his real name. What is your real name, Poptart? Tell me now! And maybe I'll try for Peter and Clark too? Who knows? Peter is a flirty and egotistical trumpet player, and Clark is a clarinet player who's a major stickler for the rules. Maybe there's a reason for that. They're not my favorites right now, but perhaps I'll grow to love them. I want to find out all the hidden secrets about everybody, and I won't go for every single ending, but I want to get at least one ending per character, whether it's bad or good. So, who knows? And as far as non-dateable characters go, I love them all. Susie is your best friend. She is currently yapping at the picnic. She plays the sousaphone, and she's really fun. She also ships you with her chosen love interest, which is really funny. Doing her voice kills me every time, but it is so worth it. If I had a list of every character in this game I would want to hug, she's up there with Doug and Poptart. She's supposedly dating another member of the band named Eugene, but I have doubts that he actually exists. I have never seen him! Maybe we'll find out if he actually exists when we play the game more. Who knows? And Mr. Wiley is the band director. He's tired, loves the band more than anything, and he's a little unhinged. He went to Blue Mountain High School as a kid, so now he's getting to teach marching band for his alma mater. This is his first year directing band camp, so he's going to make it count. Another thing I love this game for is it helped me learn a lot more about band. Fun fact, I almost became a band kid in high school, but I decided to go against it because it would have taken up too much of my time. If I did go into marching band though, I probably would have played, the mellophone, the alto saxophone, or maybe the snare drum. It always looks like fun to go the brrrr. One thing I love about the game is that it provides definitions of unfamiliar words for non-band kids that are playing. If the text is pink, you can click on it, and it gives a short definition, so you can learn the terminology without necessarily breaking immersion. I sure wouldn't want to stop and Google what a drum major was in the middle of everything. Oh man, this was a full illustration, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it took a lot of work. There was so much stuff to do, namely the line art. That took the majority of my time, but I still really enjoyed doing it because it had a high level of detail that I haven't practiced in a while, so I just figured I'd do as much as possible to make this artwork really pop. I also used the technique I learned from last time, with the soft and hard shading combined, to give the characters a bit more depth, texture, and make their skin feel like skin instead of a solid object, which has been a problem in my art before, but now that I've learned this, it's really improved my art. I used to be awful at doing sitting poses, but I feel like I've improved a lot with this drawing. Namely, where to place all the characters' body parts so that they don't look like some weird amalgamation of things. I've had that problem in the past, but I'm fairly proud of the characters' sitting poses, namely Susie and Poptart. Since they're sitting alone, you have to draw, their entire figure, and I feel like I did a good job at placing their features according to, where they actually should be. Oh, and the forest background. Making a forest feel alive and layered while you're drawing it, and making it not look like a big green blob, is a big challenge, but thankfully I was able to get some free brushes on DeviantArt by Lakanakana, so thank you very much for the grass and foliage brushes. I will link them in the description. Thank you very much again. I think what helped me out the most drawing the forest background is having brighter values in the front and then darker values in the back. I think that really makes it a nice layered thing, as well as having lower contrast in the background. That definitely helps. With your foreground objects, you want them to stand out to the viewer, so you make them pop with more contrast and generally brighter values, whereas the stuff you want to hide away in the background, you put in the back with darker values, lower contrast, so that the viewer's eyes go to the foreground more. And of course, you want the characters to stand out too. Overall, I'm really glad I went all out for this drawing. I'm so proud of it. Just look at the lighting, the line art. I'm so proud. Oh man, and I'm glad I could get to make this for such a fun game. And if you love music, goofy characters, and a story that can take a bit of a darker turn. Please read the warnings before you play this game. But yeah, if you love all that, then please play Bandcamp Boyfriend. I've also included the Steam and itch.io links for Bandcamp Boyfriend in the description if you want to play it for yourself. I hope I've given you enough context and enough intrigue for you to enjoy this game for yourself, because, oh my goodness, it's so good! And I can't wait to play more. And I want to say a big thank you to you for watching this video. My name is Nissa, and I'm a PNG tuber and artist who live streams on YouTube. I love drawing, Pokemon, Minecraft, manga and manhwa, anime, visual novels, all that stuff. So if that sounds like something you like, please like and subscribe in order to catch my streams and any future videos like this. Thank you very much, happy time zone, and honk!